Wrong. Wrong.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll make this a second down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. A give to Elliott. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll lead here to a third down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Luck. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. A shotgun snap for Luck. Caught, Eifert over the middle. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Luck. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Now a play fake, and it's Luck. Over the middle, that's held in by Kupp. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
You're right. Alert, alert. 675.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll run with Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, it looked like the offensive line let him down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Bullock will put this one through. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a
different story.
Long night.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. He's at the 50. The 30. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. And that's caught inside the 30. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 53 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Here we go.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On 2nd and 10, Newton. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gets...
Cam fired it. He lost the football. It's out. And the Patriots have it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Now Elliott. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Here's Luck. And this is going to be incomplete. Darqueze Dennard there defensively.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is brought in at the 21. Oh, look at the juke. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, it's Newton. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Fighting him up, and with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Off of play action. Luck. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Tyrell Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. And that's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They fake the give. Newton. Harris has it over the middle. Oh, nice move. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Off play action. Newton. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Play action. It's Newton. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Newton, he'll buy some time right. It's caught at the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. From the gun, here's Newton. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Throwing is Newton. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
To me, this isn't even a question. I think that they'll go. When they have a chance to put a dent in the lead, even with a whole second half to play, I think they have to do it. This isn't a risk. This is a necessity.
Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Patriots. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Luck on 1st down. Throw left side, completes a Kupp. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Here's Elliott. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Two minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back to Foxborough after this.
163, hit it. Check out. 140.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. And now he'll tuck it and run. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Luck. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And Bullock will put this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk.
This is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off play action. Newton. On the crossing route, complete. It's Adams. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. A final shot before the break. Newton. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Davante Adams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Elliott now to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
Let's see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Devin McCourty brings him down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run it again with Barkley. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They will go for it. Now Newton. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Regular. Check out. Blue 90.
On 2nd down, here's Lott. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play. All right, let's put the check mark on the defensive side of the ledger there. Really nice tackle by the man in the middle. But why was he able to get that done? Because he has 4 down linemen in front of him, 2 tackles, 2 ends. And what they often try to do is create what we call a funnel. Right to the man in the middle linebacker, who often leads his team in tackles.
New England on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal.
Hurry!
Here's Elliott. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Ezekiel Elliott, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Redskins. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Newton now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Newton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Denzel Perryman in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Off play action. Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. 3rd and long, it's Newton. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. They come out here in the I. Newton takes it himself, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Cam Newton with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will get him one closer. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go play action here on first down. To the left side here for Eifert. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. Into the Redskins have it, they do.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Following the fumble recovery, Newton finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now Saquon Barkley. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Out of the gun, Newton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Newton. And that is incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And the kick by Elliott is good. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
53. 540, easy, alert.
Now a first down throw. Luck. Throw left side complete. It's Cole. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw on second down is Locke. stepping up. He'll try and run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks and runs. He's able to pick up the first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Got his man. It's Eifert. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On first down, it's Love. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. From the gun, here's Love. To the left side here for Eifert. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd down, that's Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Go, go. Gun, gun. That's right now.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton. He finds Howard complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. The job 1 to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Gun, gun.
They fake the give. Newton. Lee's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
The Redskins on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Newton now to throw. Looking left side. That's caught by Landry. And he'll get nothing out of that one. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's Newton.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 15. Newton to throw. And that is incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And Adams has it complete. Touchdown, Washington. Davante Adams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Redskins have made this a 1-score game.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a 1-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, Elliott. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
On third down, that's Elliott. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed